Hello students, in this video I will discuss the basics of HTML. So at the end of the video you will be able to create a simple web page. So I will discuss basic HTML tags in this video. So let us start. So for using the HTML is basically used. HTML is hypertext markup language, which is basically used to create web pages. Fine. So it's the basic. If you want to learn web development, if you want to go for web development course, these basics must be known to you. So in this video I will discuss basic HTML tags. So for that, this is the desktop, and just create a folder HTML practice. So we will work on this folder in the coming lectures also. Right click on this folder and here open with code. I have installed VS Code, Visual Studio Code in my system. Fine. So it will help you in quickly developing the websites. Fine. So it is the Visual Studio Code. You can easily download from the website. Just search in Google Visual Studio Code and then you will be able to download it, and it will help you in website development. It will help you in quickly developing of the websites. So this is the folder. So see here, you can see the option new file. So click here, new file, and you can give any name to the file. For example, basics.html. In this video I will only discuss the basic tags of the HTML. So press enter. So see, this is the file basics.html. Fine. And here you can see the extensions. Make sure to install this extension, this one, open with live server. I will tell you how this is helpful. So just install extensions from here, open with live server extension. You can search here extensions and see it is the live server extension you can install in your system. Fine. So let me zoom. So fine. So first tag of the HTML is HTML. So press enter. Just wait. Fine. Now suppose when we open it with live server, just right click here and press open with live server. As you can see, the website is opened in the browser. Fine. As you can see, it is open in 127.0.0.0. It is a local host address, and 5500 is the port, and name of the file is basics.html. Now next thing is to give some title to my web page. Here you can see this title, but I want to give some proper title to this web page. So for giving the title I will use head, and in the head section I will use this title command, and here you can give any title to the website. Now just save it and see the browser and refresh it and see its title has been changed, my website. So this is the use of a live server. You just save here and refresh in your browser, and it will be saved, it will be changed in the web page also. Now next, and another useful feature of the Visual Studio Code is you can format the document, and it will format the document in proper way. Next tag I'm going to use is body tag, and here it is the basically the body of your web page. It is the basically the contents of your web page. In the head section we mostly use title tag and script tag that we will discuss later, but in the body tag we actually write the contents of the web page. Now the first tag that I am going to use is h1, header 1, and here I am going to write welcome to the website. Just save it and open the browser, and here you can see welcome to the website. So h1 is the heading tag. Fine, so h1 is the heading tag, and here in the heading tag, heading 1 tag, I am writing welcome to the website, and you can see here in the website welcome to the website. Fine. Next, let me tell you this tag, paragraph tag. Here you will learn, just write any content, how you can design website with the help of HTML. Fine. Now save it and see the output. Here you will learn how you can design website with the help of, I have written it in paragraph tag, and you can see in the browser output. Let me zoom the output of the browser also. So here you will learn how you can design website with the help of HTML. So heading 1 tag I have explained, paragraph tag I have explained. Similarly you can write another paragraph. For example, I am going to write my name is, now I am going to use bold tag. My name is Pankaj. It is the bold tag. See the output. First of all, see the output. So my name is Pankaj. Pankaj is in bold, as you can see. My name is Pankaj, and suppose and my name is Pankaj, yeah, and I will teach you. Now I am going to use italic tag. I will teach you HTML. Now save it and see the output. HTML is in italic section. Fine, my name is Pankaj, and here I need to give space, save, and I will teach you HTML. I have written it in paragraph section. Just wait, yeah, let me close another browser. Now focus on here. I have used paragraph tag, and in paragraph, this is the paragraph tag, my name is, and here I am using bold tag. Okay, and so the output, so the web page looks like this. Pankaj is in bold section, and I will teach you HTML. HTML I have written in italic section. So for bold we use B, for italic we use I. Okay, So I have explained these h1 tag, p tag, bold tag and italic tag. Now let me explain you another tag. Hope you will enjoy. Now I am going to use mark tag. You will enjoy learning. Let me save and show. So see, mark tag is used to highlight something on your web page. Here I am using mark tag, and in mark tag I am writing learning, as you can see here. So learning is highlighted on my web page. So mark tag is used to highlight some things on your web page. Right. Next, now suppose you want to write some chemical equation in your web page. For example, let me explain you how to write chemical equation. For example, just I am going to write H2O. H2O, chemical H2O means water. Okay? So I am going to write H, and here I will use sub tag 2, and then I will write O. Let me show you the output, then you will be able to understand. So see, H2O, and 2 is the subscript. Here you can see H2O. So that's why I have used subscript tag. So sub tag is used if you want to write some subscript. So H and 2 is here. So H2O. And if you want to write mathematical equation, for example, if you want to write a square, so for example, let me explain you mathematical equation. If you want to write in your web page, then you have to use a super tag. A square. This is just to give you an idea how you can write. For example, I want to write a square minus b square, and then again you have to write 2, and let me save and see the output, a square minus b square. So it is the subscript, it is the superscript, and if you want to write subscript you have to use sub, and if you want to write superscript you have to use sup, superscript. So a square minus b square. So see how many tags I have discussed. H1, paragraph, these all are paragraphs. Fine. Bold tag I have discussed. Italic, mark tag. Fine. It is the subscript, it is the superscript tag. So these are some basics, and let me explain you another tag, and that is the HR tag. HR. Let's show the output. So HR tag is used if you want to draw a horizontal line. As you can see this horizontal line in your web page. and for that I am using HR tag, horizontal line. We will develop some good web pages using HTML in the coming lectures, but this is just to explain you the basics, basic tags of the HTML. Similarly, if you want to use underline, you can use for example, I want to write in underline basics of HTML, and for that I have to use this tag, U tag. Let me save and show you the output and see basics of HTML. You can see, and it is underlined, and if you want that it is underlined as well as it is bold, you must enclose it in the bold and underline tag, and see, underline is first, then bold, and then bold underlined. Fine. So see, it is also a bold. Similarly, you can set it to italic, and if you want to enclose it in h2 tag, heading 2 tag, you can also just cut it from here and paste the entire section in h2. Let me show you the output. So this way you can use tags inside another tags. So just I am discussing the basic tags that you can use in the HTML. Now let me explain you the basics. Let me explain you how you can write in the bullet sections. For example, let me write, see here I am going to write, just wait, yeah, let me write another horizontal line, and here I am going to write my favorite games are. My favorite games are, and I am going to use this one. Let me show you the first output, then I will explain this tag, cricket, and football, and see the output. My favorite games are cricket, football. And you can see it is in bulleted list form. And if you want to show some output in bullets, then you have to use this one, UL. And UL is unordered list. Unordered list means I am just using bullets. I am not using 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to show some output in, for example, 1, 2, 3, and then you have to use ordered list. But here I just want to show output in bullets, so that's why I am using UL, unordered list. So in unordered list tag, I am using two items, cricket and footballs. For that you have to write it in LI. LI is list item. So here I am using two tags. UL means unordered list because I want to create a list, and LI means list item because I want to create item under this list. Similarly, you can have another item, for example, chess, and just save, and here you can see chess. See how easy it is if I am using this Visual Studio Code. How easy it is to write the code. And here you can see the output. See the web page. And now suppose here just use HR or BR. Yeah, I am using BR tag. BR tag is for giving some space. Now I am going to use list of courses you will learn. Now I will explain you ordered list. Ordered list means, for example, if you want to show the output, let me first. So for order list you have to use OL. For unordered list you have to use UL. And order list I have created, and similarly you can use LI list item. So the various courses that you will learn, LI, just data structures. Here my main purpose is to just show you the use of OL and C language full course. Let me save and see the output. List of courses you will learn are HTML, data structure, C language full course, and see the difference. Here I am using bullets, so that's why I am using LI tag, unordered list, UL tag, and these are the list item: cricket, football, chess. And here I want to show output in this numbering form 1 2 3, so that's why I have used OL, ordered list. See the difference in the unordered list and ordered list. This is the unordered list and this is the ordered list, and here you can see the output in 1 2 3. And suppose I want, let me first write, you can use type, OL type equals to, here you can see, and suppose I am using A, and let me save and show you the output and see the output. It is in ABC, and by default it is in 1 2 3, and here I have changed the type to A. Fine. See the another types. You can use this one, you can use this one, you can use, if you want to use small ABC, and then save, and let me show you the output. So see, list of courses you will learn, ABC. So these are some basic tags. Fine. See how many tags I have discussed in this video. Heading tag H1, H2, bold tag, italic tag, underline tag, mark tag, paragraph tag, HR tag, BR tag, subscript, superscript tag, unordered list, order list. These are very important for examination point of view. Unordered list and order list, and list item. Here you can see the list item, unordered list, it is order list, how to use type in order list. Fine. So these are some tags. You can also use the properties of the tag that you will learn in the coming lectures, but let me explain you a little bit. For example, here I am using H1 tag, and it is welcome to the website. I have written the content welcome to the website. See here, you can see welcome to the website is written, and suppose I want this to show in the center of the web page. I can use the property. Which property? simple. For that I have to use style. Style equals to, see, there are so many options. For example, I want to change the color. I can use this background color, and see, I can use any color. For example, I want to use this color, and if I want to align it to the center, I have to use another property, that is text align. I can set it to the center, and let me save and show you the output. See, now it is the center of the web page, and its color, background color, has been changed. We want to change the background color to some another color. For example, if you want to change the color to, see, blue, you can change and see the output. Fine. So this is the style tag, style property of a tag. Similarly, you can use for example, if I want to give some style to this line also, you can just use this property, style, and you have to use paragraph and then style. Fine. And style equals to, again, background color, and now I want to give this color. And see the output. And so it's very easy to create websites with the help of HTML. We will learn in the coming lectures and how we can create multiple pages, how we can use image, how we can attach one page to another page. We will learn in the coming lectures, and that's all for this lecture. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone. So today I will discuss tables in HTML. In the first video I have discussed the basic tags in HTML. So let's start. So I am going to create a new file, tables.html. So I just want to explain the concept of tables, how we can use tables and all the various tags that we can use in tables, and some properties. So let's start. So first of all, I want to give a title to the page. So tables practice, head tag, title tag I have explained in the previous video. Title tag we use to set the title of the web page. So let us save and let me open it in live server. So just wait. So this is the web page that I am going to create today. So I will create a table. So in the body tag, so it is the body tag, we will use table tag. Table tag is used to create a table. So we will use this tag, table tag, to create a table in HTML. So first of all, in the table tag I will use table header. So first of all, let me explain you tr tag. So in the table tag there is one tag, tr tag, and tr tag is table row. So if you want to create a row in a table, you have to use tr tag. Tr stands for table row, and here I will use th tag. Th tag is used, th means table heading. So table heading means if I want to give the name, if I want to create columns in the table, I have to use th tag. So let's create three columns in the table: roll number, name, and marks. Tables in HTML is very helpful. If we want to create forms in HTML, how we can use tables while creating forms in HTML, I will explain in another video. If we want to show some information on the web page in the table form, in the tabular form, we will use this tag, table tag. So in the table tag there is one table row, and in the table row there are three columns: roll number, name, and marks. So let me open with live server. So see, three columns have been created: roll number, name, and marks. Fine. So similarly you can create another row and this row I will use to store the data. For storing data we will use td tag, table data. Fine. Three columns are roll number, name, and marks. See, if I use this tag table header, then you will see the contents in bold form. It means you have created three columns: roll number, name, and marks. Now I want to store some values. For example, roll number 101, name is Pankaj, and marks are 456. So when now see the output. So roll number 101, name Pankaj, marks 456. The difference between table header and table data, th and td, is when I use table header, the contents are in bold. Fine. And when I use td, table data, the contents are normal. So this I have created one row. I have created one row for table header. I have created one row for table data. So copy it and let's create another row. Now 102 Sunny, and numbers are 436. Similarly you can create another row. So similarly you can create so many rows as you want in tabular form. Suppose marks are 320, and save it and see the result. Fine. So I am creating a table. There is one row that contains table heading. Three rows are containing table data: roll number, name, and marks. But when we see the output, there are no borders in this table. There are no borders. So how to set the border of a table? For that I will use, see here, with the table tag I have to use one property called border, and you can set it to 1, 2, and so on. So when I set the border to 1, border equals to 1, now see the output. Yeah, now you can see the result in, you can see the table, and table has the borders now. Fine. Similarly you can set the border to 2, and see the difference. Now the table has border. Now another important property that I can use with table is cell padding. Cell padding is when we use cell padding. And what is cell padding? Fine. Cell padding means the distance between cell border and content within the cell. Cell padding means, let me write here for your reference. Cell padding means the distance between cell border and contents within a cell. Cell padding means distance between cell and contents, and let me comment it. The shortcut of a comment in Visual Studio Code is Shift Alt A. So cell padding means distance between cell and contents. Now what is cell? Cell is the this one. This is the cell. This whole area. This whole area is cell. Fine. Let me show you its uses, then you will see the difference. So I will use cell padding, and let me save it and see the difference. Cell padding means the distance in spaces between cell corner, cell border and contents. So this is we call cell padding. And if I increase it to 20, save it and see distance in spaces between cell corner and the contents. Here it is the cell corner and contents. So distance in spaces. So let me set it to 10. And there is another important property. Actually we can also use CSS for setting these options, cell padding and cell spacing, but it's a part of your syllabus. Fine. So that's why I am explaining cell padding and cell spacing. And cell spacing means space between table cells. So this is one cell here, this whole, and this is another cell. Fine. And cell spacing means, so let me write, it's very simple. Cell spacing means the space between two cells, space between table cells, so we call it cell spacing. Cell spacing means space between table cells. That's very important, cell padding and cell spacing. For your Viva question, cell padding means distance between cell and contents of the cell. Cell spacing means space between table cells. So let me use it. Cell spacing, I am going to set cell spacing, fine, to cell spacing to, for example, 4. Now see the output. Now the distance between 2 cells is 4. Let me change its value to 10 to show you the difference. Now see, distance is 10 between 2 cells. Fine, so let me again change it to 4. So cell spacing, cell padding, I have explained. Cell padding means distance between cell and contents. Cell spacing means space between table cells. Another important property that we can use is, I will use only 4 or 5 properties in this lecture. We can use BG color, and we can change BG color means background color of the table. So save it. Now see, color is changed. If you set the background color to suppose yellow, and see, color has been changed. So it is BG color, background color. Actually we use CSS to set the properties of it. Its best option is to use CSS, but for your syllabus point of view, I have to use these properties, BG color. Similarly, you can use border color, and suppose border color is red, and see, the border color is red. So see, we have used table tag. Fine, we have used table header, table data, cell spacing, cell padding, BG color, border color. These are very important. Now see, now I am going to use the so I will explain you colspan and rowspan. So let me explain you colspan first. Suppose I want to create a new row. So let me first explain colspan. Suppose colspan is 3. And here I am going to write a BCA students record. So let me show you the output first, then I will explain. So see the difference. Here in the row I have created only one column, BCA students record. I have created only one column, but that column is taking the space of 3 columns. See look at the border of this column. This column is taking the space of 3 columns. Let me change the value to 2. You will understand. Now this column is taking the space of 2 columns. In this row there is only one column, and this column is taking the space of 2 columns. Fine, roll number and name. There are two columns, roll number, name, and this one column that I have just created is taking the space of two columns. Let me again change it to 3, and you can see it is taking the space of 3 columns. Now I want this BCA students record must be in the center of this row. Fine, must be in the center. So for that I can use one property called align to center. So the contents of the row will be aligned to the center, as you can see. So it's very important. Colspan, column span. Now what I'm going to do is to show you the use of rowspan. Fine. So let me create a, see, here are 3 columns, roll number, name, marks. Let me create another column, class, fine. Now I have created one column, class, fine. So in the first row where I am storing the data, I have to use suppose I want to store the data of BCA first year. Let me show you the output. See, class is BCA first year, fine. And here I am going to use a rowspan. Rowspan is equals to, I will explain you just in a minute. Let me show you the output first. Rowspan means, see, rowspan means it is taking the space of 2 rows. Here BCA first year, it is taking the space of 2 rows, and as you can see, it is taking the space of 2 rows. 1 row, here it is 1 row and second row, fine. But there are 3 rows in the table. 3 rows in the table. There are 3 students of BCA first year. So I will use rowspan equals to 3 and see the difference. It's fine now. BCA first year, fine. And now it is taking the space of 3 rows. First row, second row and third row, fine. But now I have created one column, class. So this must take the space, this cell must take the space of 4 columns. 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 4 column. It is up to here only, because I have set the colspan to 3 only. So for this cell I will use colspan to 4. So colspan to 4, and see the difference. Now it's looking good. This cell is taking the space of 4 columns, 1 row, 2, 3, 4, and this cell is taking the space of 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. So this is colspan and rowspan, fine. So let me create some more rows and then you will see, you will be able to understand in a better way. Suppose now I want to store the data of BCA second year. So here I am going to create one row. Fine. So rowspan equals to suppose 2 and BCA second year. Fine. So let me copy suppose 201 Akshay and marks are 540. So let me again copy it. So I am creating more rows. 202 Sunil 576. So let me save it. Now see, I have created this BCA second year. So this is the data of BCA first year, this is the data of BCA second year. Now suppose I want to create another row, I want to store another data, and it is 203 Rohit 432, and see the result here. Output is not in proper order. Why? Because this BCA second year is taking the space of only two rows, but there are 3 entries for BCA second year: roll number 201, roll number 202, roll number 203. So I have to change this row span to 3. So let me save. It means now the BCA second year is taking the space of 3 rows. Right. It is little bit confusing, but you will learn with practice. Fine. So let me again explain you. Suppose I want to store one data here, roll number 104 for BCA first year. I want to store the data, I want to store roll number 104. So copied, and here I have pasted 104. Fine. Sham 325. So let me save it and show you the output. See, the structure of the table is not proper. Why? Because for this cell BCA first year I have set the space to 3 rows only, 1, 2, 3, but there are 4 rows in the table, 1, 2, 3 and 4. It means for this cell BCA first year, the cell which is storing the value of BCA first year, I need to set row span to 4. So see here, I need to set row span to 4. Now see the difference. So I hope you are getting the point how to use colspan and rowspan properly. Practice it, and if you still have any doubt, you can ask me. Fine. So I have used colspan row span and cell spacing, cell padding, and it's enough for your examination point of view. And that's all. We will discuss tables more when we will learn CSS and when we will use forms. For right now it's enough. I have explained all the main tags of the table that you can use. That's all. Thank you for watching this video. Hello everyone. In this tutorial we will learn how we can create a registration form or login form with the help of HTML forms. So you can open any editor. For example, I have opened Visual Studio Code, or you can open any editor you like. Create a new file. Okay, suppose name of the file is registration. So I will create a registration form, and you will learn how you can create different input controls. How can you define different input controls on this registration form? So it's very simple. So first of all, just wait and give some title to the page form. For example, registration page. Okay, and in the body section, so I will suppose I have written this H1. So fill the form for registration. I will use tables and forms to create a form. So open with just right click, open with live server. Just wait for it to be opened. So this is my page, registration page. So I will create a new form here. Fill the form for registration. For creating a form, I will use form tag, and here I will use table tag. So I will use table to create a form. So table row, and in this table row I will define two columns. So first I will use label tag, and here I will write username, and I will use input type equals to text. Okay, just save it, refresh your page, and see, you can see username and text box. This is the label, and this is the input type equals to text. For label you will use this label tag, and in the label tag I have defined username. Whatever I write here you will see in the output username, and input type equals to text. It is for the text box. It is for the text box. I am using table because if I use table I will see a proper formatting. Now this is the one row. You can copy it and paste it, and here I will use another label. I will use password. Just save it. Now open the form. So it's very easy to create a form. I simply copy paste these rows, copy paste it, and will change the form according to my choice. Fine. So I can enter the username, I can enter the password. But see, there is one problem. If I enter the password, I can see the password. So I must change this field. I must change this input type equals to text to input type equals to password. Now see the output again. Refresh it. Username is this and password C. Now password is hidden. The password is not visible to anyone because input type is password. I have used input type is equals to password. Fine. So similarly you can copy this row and paste it, and now I can write confirm password. Save it, refresh it. See how easy it is to create a input form. I have used table for proper formatting. This is one row of a table, and in a particular row of a table there are two fields, there are two columns, one column, second column. Fine. So this column I am using for label and this column I am using for input type. I have used input type text, input type password and input type. Fine. So I have used two input types, input type text and input type password. So similarly again copy. So see how easy it is to create a form. Here I can write date of birth, and for date of birth I will use input type equals to date. So if I use input type equals to date, see it will show you the calendar from where you can select the date of birth. If you have any query, if you have any doubt that how to use tables in HTML, I will provide you the link of tables in the description box. So from here you can change the date. Fine. So this field is date of birth and input type is date. I am using one label and I am using input type equals to date. So see how easy it is to use. Fine. For email, suppose I want to create a email and I want email field above this field, date of birth field. So I will insert new row above this date of birth row. So simply paste it, and here I can write email and input type will be email. Fine. So refresh it and email, you can write email. Fine. I will explain the validations later. So input type is email, so here you can enter only email. Fine. So see how easy it is to create a form. Fine. So far I have discussed input type text, input type password, input type email, input type date and one label. Fine. So next I will use let me again copy, and now I will use radio button. So label, here I will write gender. Fine. And input type will be, so inside this column I will use to radio. Input type equals to radio, and here I will write male. Input type equals to radio, I will write female. Save it, refresh it. So gender, in the second column here in this row, in this gender row, I have used, in the second column I have used two radios. Fine, see in the second column, this second column I have used two radio. Input type equals to radio male and input type equals to radio female. Okay, but if I select, see this is the problem, I can select both, but this should not be the case. In case of radio box, it must select only one value. For this I need to group this, I need to group these radio buttons. So I will use name field and set the name field of both the input controls to same. So name, you can write anything. I am doing the grouping of this radio box, so name is equals to G. Now refresh it. Now see, I can select only one field from here because I have grouped these radio buttons. Name is same, name is same in these radio buttons are grouped now. So I have created a field for gender. Now next thing what I can do, for example, let me create another row and I will create a field for qualification. Fine, so label, here I will write qualification. For qualification I will use drop down list. So inside another column, so this is the column, I will create drop down list. For creating drop down list you will use select tag, and here I will specify the options. For example, I can write like this. Okay, and copy it, and you can create multiple options. You can create multiple options. For example, qualification is BCA. Simply copy it. So I am creating a drop down list. Similarly, you can create a MCA, PGDCA. You can create as many options you want. BSc, again copy, and MSc. So 5 options I have created. So how to create a drop down? In the second column I have used select tag. See, I have used select tag, and in the under select tag I am using option tag. Option tag is used to provide the values in the drop down list. So refresh it. So see, here I need to select qualification. I can select any qualification. Fine. Here you can also write, please select your degree. You can write like this. Fine. And you can even give 2 more options. Copy it and again paste it, and here you can write others. Refresh it. So please select degree and see, drop down list has been created. Fine. Similarly, you can create another row. Let me copy some row from here. So okay, I have copied it. So I am going to create another row, and here please upload your photograph or resume, you can write anything. So I will use input type equals to file. Now see the page. So please upload your photograph, and here I can select any file from my system. Fine. So for that I have used input type equals to file. So input type equals to file I have used. So these are some important input types. Input type equals to file, input type date, input type email, input type text, input type password, input type radio. So see how easy it is to create a registration form using HTML. Fine. I am not using CSS right now. I will use CSS for styling this registration form in the coming lectures, but for right now you can create a simple form. Now what I will do, I will create a button. Now I will create button. So I will create another row. So here I will use input type equals to submit. So see the output. So this is the submit button. Fine. So you can create a button also, and suppose I will use colspan. For input type equals to submit, refresh it, and I will close this TD tag. So this is my registration page. Fine. See, I have used input type text, password, email, input type date, drop down list I have used select tag, input type file, input type time. So this is how you can create a registration form with the help of HTML. So it's very easy. So it's better if you design your registration form using tables, because it will give you the proper formatting. See all the fields that are on this page are in proper format. Fine. So you can give a proper formatting. So this is the registration form. If you have any query regarding how to create a registration form, it is just for beginners. I just want to explain the uses of these controls, these input types. We will create a registration form with CSS in the coming lectures. That's all for this lecture. So thank you for watching.